Bonjour, c'est Clara, French in the Midlands. This video is about mathematical vocabulary in French. I'm going to show you how to talk about percentages, sums, fractions, and I'll give you some examples right at the end, some examples in context, so stay tuned till the end. Now, just before we start, I want to mention briefly, you can claim your free ebook, The 12 Golden Rules of French, at the link in the description. It's full of tips on how to speak French like a native speaker. First of all, let's start with our vocabulaire général. What's the difference between un numéro, un chiffre, and un nombre? All three mean number, but I'll show you because we use them in slightly different instances. Un numéro is used for a number, as in a phone number, un numéro de téléphone, or a car registration number, un numéro d'immatriculation. Un chiffre is a figure and it's used in a context of sales. Companies are always on about their sales figures, les chiffres de vente, about their turnover, which is le chiffre d'affaires. And un nombre is either a digit or a number, but a number that denotes quantity. For instance, for a digit, you could say un nombre pair ou impair, which is even and odd number. And as a quantity, you can talk about le nombre de naissances, which is the quantity of births, as in the number of births. And finally, when you want to talk about a sum is always une opération in French. It could be une addition, une soustraction, une multiplication, or une division. These are fairly self-explanatory: adding, subtracting, multiplying, dividing. Now for simple operations, simple sums, we can start with addition, which is adding things together. So plus is the little plus sign, it's the same word as in English. You would say 12 plus 4 égale 16. 12 plus 4 equals 16. For soustraction, which is a subtraction, the sign is moins, which means minus. 10 moins 5 égale 5. For multiplication, the sign is either multiplié par or just fois. Fois is more informal. It's like saying 2 times 6 instead of 2 multiplied by 6. But I'll show you the correct posher way here. So we say 6 multiplié par 6 égale 36. And we have the division, the sign being divisé par. You could say 20 divisé par 4 égale 5. Now for percentages, pourcentage en français. The word percent is pourcent. For instance, 37%, and that's how you'd write it, same as English. Now what isn't the same is when you have a dot. In French, it's not a dot, it's a comma. So we say, which is a virgule, we say 55,5%. So you have to be careful if you use Excel spreadsheets for school or work. If you write down numbers the French way, or if you have French prices in something, and you receive documents from France, they tend not to be recognized by the English version of Excel, which is always a problem. So bear that in mind. Zero obviously is zero. And we say 0,9%. Now we've got fractions. So strangely enough, when you want to say une personne sur deux, in English you say every other person. You don't really say one person out of two like we say in French. But that's how we say it. Une personne sur deux. Every other day would be un jour sur deux. If you want to say half, it's la moitié. You could also say 50%, of course, but it's a bit more formal. La moitié is what we use in everyday language. Un tiers is 1/3. Un quart is a quarter. I know it looks almost exactly like the word quart, but bear in mind in French, we don't say the QU the same way as you do, and we don't say the T on the end of the word, c'est quart, like C-A-R, literally. Les deux tiers is 2/3. Les trois quarts, 3/4. Les 4/5, 4/5. I think you get the idea. And now for our sentences. Exemple en contexte. 77% des Français se déclarent bricoleurs. 77% of French people are self-confessed handymen and women. 78,9% préfèrent acheter en magasin et seulement 2% achètent en ligne exclusivement. 78.9% prefer making their purchases in a shop and only 2% buy online exclusively. 49% achètent en ligne parce que les prix sont plus intéressants. 49% buy online because prices are more competitive. Six Français sur 10 font appel à un professionnel lorsque le bricolage devient trop complexe. 6 out of 10 French people call a professional in when the job becomes too complex. Seulement 16% d'entre eux ont recours à des sites d'entraide ou d'échange de services. Only 16% of them resort to mutual help or service swapping sites. And that's all we've got for now. Please give me a like and leave a comment below if you have any questions. Subscribe if you're not already a member, and I'll see you in the next one. À bientôt!